Woody's World, sponsored by what? I started out just, I was going to come, have fun, like you said. Hell with that
You don't look
shit.
like, you look
I
like,
am now going to.
You look like Peyton Manning the second half of the season. You don't look happy.
Well, somebody has to have a soul in this town. I wrote they didn't have a soul. They didn't have any inspiration. They weren't the Righteous Brothers. They were not my soul and my inspiration. Obviously, they didn't get inspired by the coach to go out and play worth a damn last weekend. Wow Furniture. Wow! Head down to Wow Furniture and check out Denver's finest selection of furniture, mattresses, and Colorado's largest rug gallery. Woody's World today, and there's so much going on with the Broncos that I want to address that right away. And I'm going to follow up. Fox did a good job while he's here. Dan Reeves did a good job while he's here. Let's compare Dan Reeves and John Fox. Dan Reeves got them to the Super Bowl 3 times. He is a better coach, if you look at it, than John Fox, who got them to the Super Bowl once. Dan Reeves got him, and he got fired. I thought about this. We all know that Pat Bowlen has Alzheimer's, and he's in a bad way. And I noticed that recently, Joe Ellis even admit that he's working on his well-being, and his family's working on that, and he's not really aware of what's going on. Let's be straight out about that. But if Pat Bowlen was here, you know what? He wouldn't have called in and said, we got differences to resolve. Let's agree that we're both going to walk away. He would have called him into his office, as he did Mike Shanahan, as he did Dan Reeves, as he did Josh McDaniels, and said, your butt's fired. Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. That's what Pat Bowlen would have done. That's basically what should have been done yesterday. Let's don't talk it out about differences and stuff. You're fired. You had your chance. You didn't do it. And if you think about it, Red Miller, who was honored over the weekend as the coach of the first Super Bowl team, was fired only because a new owner came in. When the Phipps brothers sold it, they got rid of Red Miller, brought in Dan Reeves. He did a great job here. He won as many divisions he had a longer stint, but he won as many divisions as John Fox. He took, with John Elway, the Broncos to 3 Super Bowls, and he got fired. It happens. Mike Shanahan won the first 2 Super Bowls with John Elway that's ever been done here in Denver. He got fired after several 8-8 seasons. He couldn't get it back to where it was, and he kind of lost his way in terms of having a defensive team. John Fox got fired. It happens. Coaches get hired to get fired. A famous baseball manager said that once. We appreciate our time with you, John. I love being around John in private moments. John Fox, as a public coach, didn't get the job done. He didn't deserve much credit because he never took any. He never put down his players. Oh, I salute him for that. But there were times when he needed to put his foot on their throats and say, Chris Harris Jr. is not doing the job for us. He never do that. He never throw them under the bus, but he got thrown under the bus. I think the key now is not to hire another Josh McDaniels, not to hire that crap that they brought in the 60s. You are going to have to get the best coach out there, and I want to talk about that during the show. So that's the key. Goodbye, John. It was great having you here. You did a good job of winning road games in the division. You did a good job of getting the Broncos to the playoffs. You did a lousy job of winning a championship. Your legacy here is you took 2 great teams and lost in the first round at home. So go to Chicago and deal with Jay Cutler. You're going to enjoy that a lot.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.